Welcome to Creative Corner Podcast, a podcast of creatives in the AUC. So Creative Corner is a podcast that hosts visual and musical artists in the AUC to talk about their creative endeavors, past, current, and upcoming. Creative Corner will also discuss topics ranging from films or series to watch, trending music videos, and maybe some anecdotal filmmaking tricks and tips. The Creative Corner podcast is hosted by me, Chris.
And me, Wolf.
This is our second episode, so I still have to read the intro off the phone.
But we're going to make it work.
Yeah.
We're going to make it work.
Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about some photography, some cinematography.
Some style.
Where it blends together.
The vision.
The vision.
We're going to talk about the vision.
Yeah, we talked about that. We slightly touched on it on the first episode because we watched
Candyman. We watched the new Candyman, but we also watched the old Candyman.
It was really good. So if you haven't watched I guess you can't watch it because it's only audio only. Luckily, we have cameras today, so we're here. We are also here with a special guest who is a photographer. We have two special guests today.
Special guests.
Our first special guest
is E. Spencer.
So, hi E, thank you for coming. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
First of all, thank you for inviting me and holding this space for me to talk and tell my story and my visions. Second of all, hi, my name is E. Spencer. I creatively go by Sunflower Child. I am a current junior, photography major, comparative women's studies minor, and curatorial studies minor from Rochester, New York at the Spelman College, right down the street. I am a creative. I am a creator. I am a multi-dimensional being. I've loved art since I was little. Photography is my main medium that I use to express myself, to express what I see and what I feel and what I want people to think about, you know? Film, 35 millimeter film, preferably color film, is everything. I use my own film scanner, everything. $25. Cheap. Real cheap.
And you go hard.
But nobody does it like me. You feel me?
You go hard.
No one can ever do it like
I will
anyone,
humble myself, but
yeah,
you know, the art is special, so yeah.
Definitely. I'm definitely going to check out your stuff after this episode. I did see that you brought your camera here with you.
Yes.
What kind of stuff you been getting lately on your film camera?
So last night I tried to get a few pictures of the probate. So you know,
okay, I was there.
Not the Clark probate, the Morehouse.
I heard
probate.
Morehouse had a probate too.
That was ghetto. Besides the point, I really capture people. I capture a lot of different things I just find interesting. If I think it's cute, let me get that. With this manual camera, I do name my cameras. This one is Lotus Lily. Mm-hmm. I have about 5 other ones. So really, it just depends on the day, what camera I'm going to bring, whatever I'm feeling like. I just put a new roll of film in this one, so I'm kind of waiting to do a shoot over these next few days, see what I can capture. You know, this is definitely the most highest quality one. It is the most expensive one, but we're actually, you know, we love photography, but we're getting a little bit into video as well. So that's why I have my camcorder, which I can also take pictures on. But yeah, we're just developing style every single day.
Hold up, real quick. Do we have the cameras in the shot right now? Okay, wonderful. I just want to make sure, you know, you got the props with you. We gotta make sure we get them.
Hold it, please. Listen, these are my babies.
Exactly.
My tools, okay?
We were talking about doing something with it. Now I'm glad you're getting in the video. Anyway, Chris, continue real quick. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is a small space, so we're kind of just trying to make it work.
It's a nice space. I've never been in a space like this before, so shoot, you said it's small? Like it.
Yeah, we're here, like, this is technically my second, this is our third time in here. Yeah. Because the first time we were here to record, it didn't work out. Mm-hmm. Second time, it worked out. But now that we have cameras, it's kind of...
You remember Kamara.
Is it third time's a charm? You know? Like,
yeah. 3 is my favorite number.
Now listen, 4 beats it. But go off.
First off, 6 beats both of those.
I don't know. I feel like 3 is... supreme.
6 is
the Trinity is nice, but you see the way that 4 is set up in my own life. If you don't, you see this tattoo, you know.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
You know, you do go hard, no matter what you do.
No matter what I do. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're spectacular. I introduced that word yesterday.
I saw that. You showed me like her time, her availability, and you said spectacular.
I thought I cropped that
No.
out.
Also, my pronouns for people know are she, they. I am a non-binary Black person, so I prefer they. That's why, whatever. But just so you know,
they, them, they, her,
they, she,
they, she. Okay, they, she.
They should respect your pronouns.
Duly noted.
You're good. You're good.
So, when did you really get to a point in your life did you realize that your photography you have like a talent for it or
a passion for it?
Yeah, when did it become like
your calling?
Oh, snap. I'm possibly getting paid for this. People are complimenting me, telling me I should get paid for this. Tell me about that realization.
That was last semester. I went through a lot, my first 2 years here in the AUC at Spelman. I kind of fell off of art, fell back on it. COVID happened, people was in quarantine, wasn't trying to deal with it. Went through a lot of just things. And so December 2020, I just decided enough is enough. I came down here last semester to live on campus and whatnot with the rest of us, little 1,000 of us population. It was real cute. And that's when I first picked up film. Because I was always into digital. That's what I learned. People don't do film no more. Well, they do now. That's why price is expensive. Besides the point. But I picked up the film camera. And then I picked up another one. And my friend bought me a personal film scanner for Christmas. So I used it. I used it instead of having to pay extra money to have them scan it at a, whatever. It taught me to really appreciate my art for what it was. And when you begin to invest in yourself and when your heart is fully into something, people see that. And they will support you no matter what. Even if they don't like your style necessarily or they don't see your vision, they will always support that. And so I know starting last semester, just really creating, just putting pictures out, trying to make my own series, going along with whatever I felt was right within my life, telling my story, whatever stories I had to tell and telling the stories of others. It just really, it gave me a lot of confidence. I had like 3,000 followers, deleted the page, restarted over at the beginning of the semester. I'm up there around getting near 800. Now followers is everything, supporters is everything. And it's really to have that support from people about my art, which I just, one of a women just said, I'm just going to start doing something new. And people was messing with it.
I commend that direction.
I was messing with it.
For real.
Yeah, it's like a rebirth.
It was definitely a rebirth. It definitely, a new person. I came out of a lot of things into a new person. So I had a new vision, a new light. And so I definitely, being that creativeness that I got last semester was definitely a spiritual journey. It was definitely realizing myself in my own art, really allowing myself to be the focus of my art. I capture other people, but who's taking the picture? Who's capturing this? Who's capturing this moment? You'll forever think of this moment differently because I have a visual to prove that. It's my own take on it. It's my own photo book.
Wow. That's interesting. I think one of the things that you said about like the digital scanner, that is like, it's still in my head a little bit. You're saying you have a digital scanner. Does that mean like you put the film strip?
So let me
and it
explain
reads it and then it prints it out?
No.
Or you develop it?
I should have actually brought this. So I have a roll of film here. I'll use it up to the 36 mark. Boom. I go take it to the photo spot in Douglasville, get it developed, take it back. They'll give me the negatives cut. And so I have this small little print scanner. And so I set my phone on top of it in this little hole. And so my phone takes a picture of the negative because there's a light to shine up there. And there's a Kodak app to get the colors to transfer over. And of course, it's a low quality film scanner. It's really small. It's only $25. So I know like the DPI is like 72. Ooh. It's a 3x4. So I don't print my images, but they are beautiful for being on, on the screen, on social media, on my website, So I know when I begin to start printing and scanning and stuff, I can already go do that. But because I don't have to spend that extra money and my art still does what it does, it's better for me. It's way cheaper for me because being a creative is expensive.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Okay. I'm glad you cleared that up because like I've like taken I take it for granted when I used to live with my parents because my dad, he had a scanner, he got a printer / fax / scanner, like a commercial size one through his job, and it was just at home, and he would only use it to fax stuff. And I was into film for a good minute, and when I'd get mine developed, I would be able to scan it through there, and that was like 300, 600 DPI.
Yeah, it's really high.
And now I'm here, I'm like, well, I don't take film anymore, but like, that still comes in clutch when you can still scan it in some form.
Literally on the go. As soon as I get the film back, I could literally be in the car scanning.
Wow.
It's just a matter of, having a focus on the image. I wish I would, I could send y'all a video just to show you. It's a really simple, easy process, and it allows me to go through my art differently. When you get your SD card with your digital camera, you go through it and you look at your images. Okay, scan, whatever. With the film, I put the negative in, and it's like, oh, I remember this moment. Oh, I remember this one. Oh, this came out better than I thought. And because it's film, there's nothing to change. I could change the saturation, the levels, do a few things, but I can't alter it in any type of way. So that's what really makes film special. So not, paying that extra money because I know I really can't alter it. Yeah, it works.
That's awesome.
So I do have a question for you.
Yes.
Because I really care about, we're supporting each other. We got you on the podcast. You're supporting us by coming and speaking. We're supporting you by getting your voice out there. How can everybody else support you? Because I know you said you're not printing out your film, right? So they can't really necessarily buy your pictures from you, but obviously they could hire you for their events.
Yes.
They could share your pictures out on Instagram. So how can our audience, how can everybody, how can the AUC, how can everybody support you?
Literally what you just said, that reposting an image on Instagram, the amount of people who see it, the amount of people who interact with it, somebody has seen my art and they're forever changed from it from that day. You cannot unsee what I just provided for you. You feel me? You could disregard it. You could act like, you don't care about it or that it doesn't interest you, but you will never be able to unsee it. So regardless, that type of support that, you want others to make their own mind up about how they feel about my art. I already know how I feel. I'm confident in whatever I do. But, giving the people the choice, I enjoy that as well. Tell me what you feel about it. Tell me what you think. Tell me how this changed your mind. People have come to me and said, wow, I picked up a camera. Wow, I decided I wanted to start writing. Wow, you're so creative. Let me get back into these things I did as a child. So the ways to support me, comment, tell me what you like about the picture. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what projects you would like to see me work on. Share the website. The website I worked day and night for. Homecoming, I did not get home till like 11 o'clock each night. I have cats who need to be taken care of. I was working, I was taking pictures and capturing moments to do this website, to get booked. And I'm really trying to secure myself as a business person as well, because, I love my art and I love my passion. And so I learned that last semester, and now I'm learning how to profit from it as well, because art is expensive. So it's also supporting your local creatives. It's not just me, but also, reaching out to me about different artists who you think I would like, influence me, because oftentimes if I don't see it, then I don't see it. So if you put it in my face, okay, then I have a choice to decide what I feel about it then, and I can create art from it. So it's really just about interactions. If you're very intentional about supporting me and getting to know me and my story and why I create the way I do, talk to me. Post it, like it.
I can dig it.
Little things. It's very simple. It's very simple things to really show up for people. You show up for people how they need to be showed up for. Exactly. If you gotta post my picture, post it. If I gotta reshare your song, I'm gonna reshare it. If I gotta go get my nails done by you, I'm gonna do it to support you.
Exactly. Wait, you mentioned your cats. Can we give them a shout out real quick?
Okay, Apollo and Jasper, shout out to y'all. Y'all be bad, but I love y'all so much.
You have pictures?
I do. I can definitely show you. I'll show you.
We'll put it up on the video.
Put it up on the video.
They be in my face. It's okay. I love my life.
I used to be a dog person. I would hate on cats for no good reason. And then I met someone who had a cat, and I'm like, cats are cool.
No, I had a dog, and then I got 2 cats a little bit over a month ago, and they've completely changed my life. I'm not gonna go out and say I'm a cat person, but for them, yeah, I show up for them every single time.
I'm wolf, but I'm a both. I'm both. My little siblings, they got cats, and then I gotta take care of the dogs in our house. So it's like I got equal love for both of them. I get excited to see both of them.
Animals. Let's put it like that.
Animals.
But I want to get us back on topic real quick, because I know you were sharing a bit of your story about how you got into it in the spring semester. And I was here in the spring semester, and I saw you walking around campus. I saw your pictures. I saw the I think it was In Solitude, the In Solitude collection. I saw you exploring yourself as an individual, going through your spiritual journey. I wanted you to expound upon that just a little bit. Like how did you get here? Like what was the journey to getting you where we are right now, and the self-love that you have for yourself, and exposing yourself through social media to all of us?
So it begins really, my mother used to take pictures of me and my older sister every day. We lived in my grandmother's house, so in front of the big closet, she would dress us up and take pictures of us. My grandfather loved art. He's done art since he was little. He's lost his touch now. My grandfather, he has dementia. He's lost, his his drawing touch, but he would draw for me. He influenced me to go to an art space high school. From that art space high school, I learned more about, being Black, and learning to love photography, and learning to love other modes of art that wasn't traditional, no drawing, painting, sculpture. No, I started doing digital work. I have digital illustrations that I work on, appreciating video, animation, X, Y, and Z, and photography was just one of those things. And so Spelman said, we number one, and we got a photography program. So I said, I'm moving 1,000 miles away from home to make sure I do this. Oh, also, I'm from, the home of Kodak, Eastman Kodak, 585, producer of film. If you see how my life is just purposely planned out for me. I came to Spelman, trigger warning, I got shot in the chest.
Wow,
I got shot in the
quite the
chest.
story. I don't know if you could just say that and not explain it, but
Trigger warning, I got shot in the chest. I just happened to be out here enjoying my life, thinking that, I was untouchable and that everything was going according to plan. And two parties just happened to have a beef, and I just happened to be in the way. And so
we might need another podcast episode of this.
You go hard. I would love to have a part
Another
2
podcast.
where we can
definitely
actually talk longer, because we don't have this much
will
time.
definitely be.
Through that, it was a lot of trauma. And, I stayed. I didn't go back home. I stayed. This was, I didn't even have classes yet. This was freshman week, NSO. This was
on the prom.
Yeah, this was on the prom, right here in front of Woody.
Oh, wow.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know it was you. No.
That's crazy. Besides the point. So I take art classes. I'm a photography major. I'm taking the classes. My first end of the class, I cried. Fourth floor Giles, I cried because my project was about me getting shot and I didn't even know it. Because I'm such a giver. I'm such I have to be there and show up for people. So I try to be the happy victim and let it all, just wait out. It didn't matter. So eventually, quarantine happened. I was already doing a solitude in quarantine, but I wouldn't post it because I didn't think people wanted to see that type of stuff. I didn't know if I wanted to share it yet. And so I was going through a lot. It was a lot of trauma, just thing after thing after thing. And so things happened, and I decided, you know what? I'm just going to keep trying again. I'm going to try something different. And I picked up film. And so I came down here, and we practically lived in an apartment down here. You had your own space. You had classes online. You wasn't doing nothing, So I was just able to walk around the campuses and explore and just take pictures of everything. Realities of the Raw is literally anything. Anything and everything, whatever you want to be. That's one of my series. That's one of my first series. And solitude, spending time alone, is really important. Because I'm used to always being around people. Even if I'm home, if I'm in my room, I'm around somebody. So being alone was really, really amazing. And just,
I heard that.
My birthday was coming up. I was excited. I was ready. I was meeting a lot of amazing people and making a lot of amazing connections and learning a lot about myself. And so it really just put me in a position to really sit here and think wow, I impact people. My art is special. What I do, what I create, actually provides some type of sustenance for people. They actually care. They actually like to see my vision. I just be creating, putting out stuff, and I just film. I don't think about it. Boom, I made it, cool, whatever. They're like, wow, you brighten up my whole day. I'm like,
yes.
Really?
Yes.
You told me that you have my post notifications on. Who am I? That's crazy to me. Yes. So it's just that type of reassurance, that type of love, from people really reminding me, you do this, you express yourself through this art, but it's more than just you. Because the way that it affects people, just from seeing it, just a little glimpse of it, even if you don't know me, you're changed. You'll never be the same. This moment, you'll never have it back. you had to look at my stuff and think something to feel something. Taking that image and push it away to your unconscious. So that spiritual journey, I began to become more aware of myself in the way that I truly affect people, and I'm trying to affect people in the best ways that I can.
This is what I love the AUC. I said the first episode, I'm like so happy I came here because there's just so many connections that you can make here.
Yeah.
It's so many.
I'm so proud of you.
I love it.
I really am.
I'm proud of you.
I get hella emotional when I see you. When I see you, I get to talk to you and I get to see your work. I get so emotional, and I'm trying to hold it in. We're in a small space. It can't contain it.
Please don't make my head big.
We're gonna make her head big. We're gonna make her head big. For everybody that's watching, whenever this is released, we need y'all to comment. We need y'all to hype E up. Hype E up all the way.
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate even being offered to come here and speak. Like, my first time being in a media section was this semester. You know how long I've been creating art? You know how much I've been doing? You know how big my portfolio is? I just created a new website. Doesn't even...
Congrats.
Thank you. Doesn't even begin to even put half of the work that I have on there. That's not even like spring 2020. And like, I don't even have none of that stuff on there. Those... I could really go off. And I can, and I should. But I'm very thankful for people who continue to show up for my work as well, who want to be captured, who are always there for those experiences because I get to capture them and have my own photo book. I come from a family of photo books. We have pictures and pictures and pictures until we stopped. And so I saw that we stopped, and so, I just naturally picked it up, subconsciously picked it up. I just began to love photography. I began to capture images without having a camera. You feel me? I began to appreciate the moment.
That spoke to me. Because my parents, my mom, she was the one who'd always take pictures and everything. Mm-hmm. Video, they got like their VHS tapes like somewhere in the attic or whatever. And now it's just like, it just stopped. I mean, she got an iPhone now, but it's like, it only goes up to her iCloud and then it's just there for her to watch. And
right.
No one
it's
else
not
gets
for the
to see
family
it.
anymore.
Right. So I felt that. In respect to your time, I know that you have priorities, obligations as well. Is that something that you will need to get to?
We can have a few more. If you have a few more questions, we can answer it. I know you also have time as well. Be conscious of that. So
it's 1:18. It's 1:18 right now.
Is that?
I'm already here now. I'm already here now.
That. Okay. Yeah, we're just as a reminder, we're all college students, so we all have obligations. From what I heard, E's got work study.
Yes, that's the way.
He goes hard.
Yeah.
Book a shoot.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we need to book a shoot. I need to get my hair right.
Both of us. Some like LinkedIn pictures.
What's up? Because $45 or $70, that's real easy money to make up.
We need to do branding.
Photo
like marketing content for the show.
Yeah.
We have, you remember Marley with Kamarley. Yes. Marley Entertainment.
You got our back. I got your back.
He's doing art for us, so we need you to do the promotional photography.
Okay.
And
okay.
We here.
Okay.
We're gonna make it work. We're gonna write.
This will be off camera. But yeah, we'll talk specifics. Lastly, I think I want to also hit cinematography because it's motion picture. Tell me one film that maybe you think you really felt inspiration from a film through their cinematography.
Through the cinematography, inspiration through a film. Good question.
I wouldn't say favorite because it's just like I have so many favorites. When people tell me what's your favorite film, like I can't tell you because I got so many favorite films.
Can I pick an animation?
One. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Listen, Coraline, go dumb. Go absolutely dumb. Just the way it's literally frame by frame, movement by movement. It really makes you appreciate the process.
Stop motion is hard.
Yes, I've done stop motion before. Stop motion animation. With clay.
I've definitely never done that, but I commend every person that I've seen that because
it's really simple. It's just like you could do like 10 frames, you could do 2, however many you need to do, and it's really it made me appreciate the process because I know film is definitely a process. It's a whole I sit here, boom, I set you up, take this picture, press this button, move it, take the picture, boom, I unwind it, I press this button, whoop, 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 develop. slow scan.
He goes so
It takes
hard.
hours to scan my film because I have to focus on it. I usually have a few rolls at a time, so it takes hours to really sit there and like appreciate it, go through it. I'm also watching something. I'm also, I have pets. I'm doing certain things, so it's just that film. It really just the story and just how beautifully it's crafted. It made me really see the beauty in my own work, no matter how different it was. It's special to me. And it was special to them. And it's special to everybody else without them even knowing. And my work is special to other people. So
that's beautiful. That's amazing. Because that's...
I wish we had a studio audience so we could give her a whole you know what? Let's just clap for ourselves.
That's beautiful. I appreciate you coming on to the show.
For real.
We definitely will have you back on that other story.
Listen, I'll be back for the other story, and I'll be back for, I do video too. I'm starting my own little video series coming out, for the people.
Make sure to collab. Where can we find you?
Yes.
Give us all your info
so
that we can find you.
Give us the social media, the website.
I currently only have Instagram and a website. My website is sunflowerchild.photo, SVNFLWRCHILD.photo. That is it. My Instagram is my creative name backwards. I call myself the Sunflower Child. I am a being of light, and I produce love and happiness to whoever I show my work to. And so that is going to be DLIHCRWLFNVS on Instagram. DLI.
You said that real quick. I'm bad at doing stuff backwards.
DLIHCRWLFNVS.
Sunflower backwards. Sunflower Child.
Backwards.
Yeah, I just look up DH and then it pops up.
DLI.
DL. That's what I meant.
Don't come for the H now. You gotta spell it correctly.
Come on,
I just typed
put some
in
respect
DL.
on the name.
Come on, if y'all can't spell it, I got it branded on my chest.
She got it on her chest.
I'm branded, okay?
I'm not trying to look. I'm looking you in your eyes.
Thank you so much for coming in.
They're going to come for us.
Thank y'all so much. I'm wishing peace and blessings on y'all for this
Thank
podcast,
you.
for everybody you introduced. I'm thankful to be here and be a part.
We appreciate you so much.
We will see you again soon.
I'm so hyped.
Thank you. We're going to take a music break. I will choose the song today. I'm going to choose this person named Burhana. The song is called Wildin'.
Go ahead then. Go ahead, play that.
I was in the basement when placement payment came in. That shit was bananas. Busted through my homie door like Costanza. Think we ready to fuck these niggas up. With my nigga Freddy in a checkered pickup truck, picking up hella Henny, looking for the hoes. I'm wiping cause it's all I know. I'm hoping I don't waste it. Just trying to buy my mama clothes. Pay my prayers to the base guy. Cause mama say she think I'm chose. I'm hoping I don't waste it. I always picture perfect. Must have been out of my mind. Tried to figure if the shit was really worth it. But is it worth this? Probably not. Probably got worse off a few shots. I hit the boondocks, played me off the boombox. Bomba cloud bastard, making music for the massive. But I'm zooted off this gas and I've been tripping off this acid. Apple at my last show, bitches in my bathroom. Hit the stage with my hands full of liquor. I'm wiping cause it's all I know. I'm hoping I don't waste it. Just trying to buy my mama clothes. Pay my prayers to the base guy. Cause mama say she think I'm chosen. I'm hoping I don't wait.
Kick it in the back, feeling black and bro. Sitting in the back, sipping Jack and Coke. Kick it in the back with them background folk. The joke on you, she like background folks. Kick it in the back, feeling black and bro. Sitting in the back, sipping Jack and Coke. Kick it in the back with them black man folk. The joke on you, she like black man, black man.
Apple at my last show, bitches in my bathroom. Hit the stage with my hands full of liquor. I'm wiping cause it's all I know. I'm hoping I don't waste this. Just trying to buy my mama clothes. Pay my prayers to the base guy. Cause mama say she think I'm chosen. I'm hoping I don't wait this. I'm hoping I don't waste this. I'm hoping I don't wait.
Who's the
Shout out
next
to
one?
my Morehouse
Anyways, we
brothers.
back. We back. Yeah. So we actually had 2 guests on our show today, both who are photographers.
Yes.
So you knew E.
I knew E. I brought E in because that's the homie.
Well, I got a homie too.
You
Her
got a
name is
homie.
Haley. She's also talented.
Yeah.
Welcome, Haley, to the podcast.
What's up?
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself before we go back and forth?
I am Haley Jones. I'm from Houston.
The homie Haley.
Welcome, Haley, to the podcast.
What's up?
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself before we go back and forth?
I am Haley Jones. I'm from Houston, Texas. I go to Clark. I'm a junior. I do photography. Really, I do anything with a camera. Anything.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
I can dig it. We're going to get, so you can put some snaps on that.
Yeah, I saw her Instagram. I'm like,
it's actually very smooth because this is the first day I actually got to see your stuff. So I'm sitting here like, wow. I think I seen somebody share one of your pictures before, but I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know who it was. I don't know when it was, but
No,
oh,
she
wait.
can
Seen-
repost it on like
seen
fan
it.
pages, like artist
I didn't
fan
see your
pages and
stuff before.
Yeah.
Hold up. What's your
That'd be
Instagram
crazy.
again? Let me just
Yeah.
follow you. Let me follow you real quick.
Yeah.
Let me follow you back too. I don't know if we're allowed to be on the phone doing
Nah.
It's fine.
Well,
We gonna do it.
Hey,
I'm
but
gonna
we
do
can
it
go ahead.
right
We're open and do
now.
whatever.
We can go ahead and get
I
that
bet
out
the
the
people
way.
watching on their phone right now
Haley
too.
look great.
Watch
Okay.
them.
Yeah, I got you right here. See?
Yeah, you
I got
have
you right
been
here.
on like, I took the time to
I'm gonna have to
scroll.
get
I know
you
you
after,
like
'cause
deleted
it's-
some stuff on your Instagram too, and then you posted some stuff all again all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's like with social media, sometimes I have like OCD with that thing.
Oh, I
Like,
hear that.
because I want all my pictures to be on there and be shown, but I want it to look a certain way, like the aesthetic of the page look a certain
for
way.
sure.
So I get kind of, I archive something. I don't really delete it, but yeah.
We can definitely talk about that because I was working on a TV show in Tanzania in the winter, and I told them all about like how your social media page needs to have
Right.
this an aesthetic. There needs to be a
Exactly.
style to it. There needs to be a flow to everything that
Mine
you.
does not.
So when I looked at your Instagram earlier, I was like, oh, like I literally did my little like breakdown in my head. I said, okay, so she got the theme, she got
Because
the colors.
before you
It's like-
click
there's
before
like
you
the
click
synergy
on
and
it,
everything.
it's like with Instagram, it's 3. Like you see 3 pictures at once before you
Yeah.
click on it, and I want that to look good. That way, somebody be like, "Oh, let me click on this." So yeah,
Exactly.
I could learn.
kind of got a little OCD with that
I
one.
think it was close enough to a curse word, but
He
whatever.
said, "Shit."
I said shy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, oh my
Nah,
goodness.
that was me. But I could learn a few things
Yeah, I just be
because
talking.
I don't have
No, we can
no
talk about
aesthetic. I just like see. I work with like so many different kinds of people that like when I work with them and I look at my feed, I'm like nothing pops out because everything's so different.
Yeah.
Everything's so different, and like the content itself that I got is like interesting, but like when you just scroll through the feed, it's like it's all random stuff when you just look at it. So I could probably learn a few things.
That irritates me
Yeah.
so much. That's just me though. I feel like
Like maybe if I added like borders on like every photo, so like there's,
whatever
like, white-
you want to do,
We
whatever
can talk-
looks
we can-
good
we
to
can
you.
talk
It's
about
just
this.
me.
We
Some
can
people
talk
might go
about
on my
this.
page and just be like, okay.
You know what? Why do people? Because you get hired for your work, right? Like you cover events and stuff
Yeah,
like that. You get
events.
hired for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why do they hire you?
Why do they hire me?
Yeah, why do they hire? Like, what is? Did they say, okay, we like your aesthetic, or do we just need a photographer?
I
or
mean,
a
it depends on
videographer?
what it is. Sometimes people just need a photographer and I'm available.
Right.
Sometimes people want my aesthetic, like, not my aesthetic from Instagram, my aesthetic of how I take pictures because they kind of look different, if that makes sense.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
this is what we need to be talking about,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I think it's important for us to, when you're getting hired as an artist, they're not hiring you because you're available, right? We want at least
Sometimes they
at
do.
least- no,
Sometimes they
no,
do.
But
The right place,
from
the right
from
time.
from our perspective as artists, we don't want that,
Yeah, no.
right? So I'm not even gonna say ideally, but in the future, when you're doing this stuff, how do you want the image? How do you want people to see your stuff? How do you want them to hire you? How do you want them to interact with your work and then to hire you or to support you
mean,
even?
Like you said, I don't want them just to hire me because I'm the only person available. I want them to hire me because they like the way I take pictures. That nobody else can really make it look like that. If that makes sense.
No, I got you.
Yeah, that's really
They
How
want
do you
your
prep?
style. Your
How do you
style.
prep to like go into like a gig? You know, because I feel like some people got their own like rituals before they do stuff like that. Do you have like things that you do to like warm up before you kill a gig?
This might sound really basic, but I make sure I eat.
because I had a bad experience one time. I went somewhere I didn't eat, and yeah. So I make sure I eat before I go somewhere.
That's good.
Ritual.
Bro, that seems like
rituals
so
are so
underrated here
important.
at the AUC because like almost every person, the majority of people that like I've talked to, and sometimes like I'm like big about breakfast because like I cook for myself and like I need a good breakfast. And every person I talk to around here, they're like, "Oh, I don't eat breakfast. Oh, I skip breakfast."
Quick story.
Like, what?
Quick story. I went to Gunna's birthday party, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, just the whole day I didn't eat. I don't know why. And we were waiting outside at like, I think 11 o'clock or something. And I like passed out. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm never going to not eat again. It's not good.
Go until I pass out.
It's not a birthday
right,
party.
Exactly.
Well,
yeah.
A whole bunch of people.
That was
A whole
weird.
bunch of strangers.
How did you feel like when you just like woke back up?
I was like, I probably should have ate today. So from now on, I eat before I go anywhere. That's kind of, yeah.
Like literally anything.
Because some people, like, when they work, they just go. You need to make sure you eating and sleeping something. You can't just be a machine because, yeah.
So you have a whole like ritual. Like I'm big into, I mean, in business, right?
Mm-hmm.
On my side of things, I get people like systems and processes or SOP.
Mm-hmm.
And so everything needs to become a little more ritualistic, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
so do you have a ritual that you kind of stick by outside of just eating breakfast? But like, do you have other things? Like, do you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, "I got this," and then you go out the
positive
room?
affirmation.
You know, do you do positive affirmations? Do you do a checklist? Like, all right, did I do this today?
I just go for it.
You just go for it?
I just go for it.
How did you create your style? Like, how did you find your style and get where you are? Like,
honestly,
how was this process?
I got that through movies because I watch a lot of movies. I'm into photography, but most people, they start off with photography and then they go into movies or go into film production and stuff. But I did it backwards. I started with video and now I'm into photography. So I've always liked movies with kind of a blue tint to it. You know what I mean? Some movies look kind of blue and some, cold. That's the word. Some movies look cold and some look warm. I always like the colder looking movies. So with photography, I want them to look like that. I want them to look like the movies I like.
How does that, like, how do you see things? What do you...
I mean, with pictures, it's all in the editing. So that's really it. I know that sounds kind of like a basic answer, but yeah.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, you're more of a post person.
But I mean, you need to make sure it looks good.
Yeah. No, for sure. But
it's only so much you can do. It's only so much you can do.
But the vision is up here, and you get the process right, but your focus is not on the process. It's more of the end product, right? So how do you come to see that in your head beforehand, and then kind of realize that?
So the way I edit, it's like you have to make sure you took the picture a certain way or it's not going to look right with the edit that I do, because I want all my pictures to have the same edit. I want all of them to look cold.
Cohesive, huh?
Yeah, cohesive and cold. Yeah, all that. So you have to make sure the lighting is right, because if the lighting isn't right and you do that edit, like the picture is going to it's just not going to be it. It's going to be bad. So... yeah.
What do you use to edit?
When I use to edit, I use Lightroom.
I was gonna say, I figured,
because
I love it. I love Lightroom.
It's on my phone. I mean, you can do it on the computer too, but phone is more convenient. So
that's true.
It's phone.
I take photos like as a hobby,
Same.
and I like use Photoshop.
Yeah,
I haven't really dabbled with Lightroom though.
It's like, kind of.
What?
It's good for if you're doing a lot of photography.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But Photoshop is very particular. Like if you're gonna focus on one piece, then you can just do that. But then Lightroom helps you streamline your process. It doesn't do as much, but it's great for general.
Yeah, I use Photoshop to put my watermark on pictures though. So I use both.
I can dig that.
Yeah.
So like, I've seen your photos and like your style is definitely cohesive and. Like I can picture I can see your photo and like out of like a group and be like, that's Haley's photo.
See, that's what I want.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I want. That is the point of it all.
When you're like editing, I don't know. I guess you can do LUTs on Photoshop. Have you like made your own LUT? Do you have something? Is that what you do, or do you always every photo's like custom like tuned?
It depends. Sometimes you have to go into it and you have to kind of change some stuff. But in Lightroom, you can make your own presets. And that's what I did.
See, that's what I love about light. Right?
Yeah.
Go hard.
Once I figured that out, I was like, oh, this process is much quicker.
So you take, because from what I saw of your work, you take a lot of stuff. I mean, you're doing events, so you're doing a lot of stuff in the dark, and the primarily the light source will be the stuff on the stage, right? So you need those presets, but how do you maintain that consistency if you're in the dark, and then it's really just dependent on whatever light source you have and then the flash in your camera? How do you handle that? For like, give a tip for the photographers in here who do like low light shooting, but they're really not that good at it, or they need some, like, what would be your tip for handling that?
Pictures look better in the dark. I mean, not in the dark, but when you take them at night, they look better. I learned that my freshman year when I booked somebody to take a picture of me, and I was like, can I take it at like 2:00 when the light's out? And he was like, no, that's not gonna look good. So with photography, the sunlight is not a good thing at all. It's better to take them at night.
On that note, have you pretty much realized at a point where I guess I'm thinking about it too much. So what you just said, where you said that you had a client who told you, like, no, this is not what I.
Oh no, I was the client. I was the client.
Oh, okay.
Freshman year.
Okay.
I want to take pictures.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
So now that you are a bit of an entrepreneur, I think, and you take pictures, and now that you take clients, when was it like at a point where you realized, yo, like, I could really do this? People are really paying me to do this. People are complimenting me, or like telling me, hey, you should charge people to take photos. Like,
yeah, because I was doing a lot of stuff for free at first, because I just started photography this year. So
you go hard in the paint. Damn, let's give her snap. Come through with it.
Yeah, I just started this year, and so I was doing a lot of stuff for free, and eventually I was like, okay, I'm kind of good. I think I should start charging people. And people were accepting it, which they should, because, it is what it is. But yeah, that was really that. Kind of just happened.
What about like the first time you picked up a camera? How was that? And like realize, hey, I enjoy taking photos.
Look, like this year?
This was the year that you picked up a camera and like enjoyed photos.
Okay, so I was in a group chat with a lot of videographers in Atlanta, and this guy, he needed help at a video shoot, and I only did videos. So I was like, oh, I can do like behind the scenes videos. He was like, no, I just need you to take pictures. And I was like, I don't want to take no pictures. Like, I don't do that. And so this was in like March maybe. And yeah, so I went to take pictures, and I was like, wow, these look kind of good. I might be onto something with this one. And mind you, I didn't want to do it. I was like, I'm not taking pictures. Like, that's not what I do. And then I kind of.
But it's saucy.
Wow.
Kind of fell in love with it. Yeah, it was cool.
That's beautiful. That's I think a lot of people go that route, and there's a reason why it works, where you just dabble in stuff, you play around, and then you realize like your craft, your skill, and then you really kind of hone in on it. So I commend you for that. Yeah,
I had a little attitude at first, but I got over it. It was cool.
So you said you you liked movies. That's kind of like movies. What you started with, video first, then photography. So is there any like films that you would say, I guess you liked the cinematography, and any movie that you would say
cinematography
that we want to talk about too.
Okay, I'm gonna say Spike Lee. He Got Game. I know that sounds random.
That's my movie, dog.
But if you really look at it, the cinematography in that movie, I'm just saying, go look at it and just.
I have not seen that yet.
You haven't seen He Got Game.
I'm still looking. I already watched Malcolm X. I've seen the first one with She's Gotta Have It. I've watched the next one. I don't remember what's the next one. I watched Bamboozle. I watched. The point is, I'm trying to like watch them all, but they're like 2 hours, 3 hour films. So
listen
I'm gonna put that on my
Jesus, Jesus, shut us word.
The last scene with the
Don't ruin it for me now.
It's a good movie. That's one of my favorite Spike Lee movies. Yeah. Cinematography though. That's what the storyline's good, all that, but cinematography in that movie really good. You need to watch it. Or
watch it. It goes hard.
Goodfellas, maybe.
I would say Goodfellas is just a treasure trove.
No, the old one. When did that come out? not 2000, like 19.
Those Italian mafia.
I don't
That-
remember.
I
I don't
haven't seen
remember when
many of those.
Goodfellas came out.
Oh, you have to watch those. What about you? What
haven't
about
watched Godfather
y'all? What do
yet.
y'all think? I haven't watched that either.
I still plan on watching it someday.
Yeah, it's a long movie. What about y'all? What do y'all think as far as cinematography?
Well, on our first episode, again, we were talking about how good Candyman was. Did you watch the
Have
new
you
one?
watched the new Candyman?
It's
I know.
Candyman?
Definitely put it on your list.
I know.
Definitely put it on your list.
I know. I need to go to the movies.
I didn't even want to watch it.
We'll do something.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
want to watch it at first, like Candyman. And then,
did,
we were
but-
doing it for the podcast. And I
You
was like,
seen the
know
original
what?
one?
I'll watch it.
No, I mean I'm familiar with it, but I haven't watched it.
Okay.
I need to watch it.
If
I
you
know.
try to get
Watch it.
spooked,
I hate scary movies.
probably try
I'll
a different
watch
I'll
one.
watch it. I'll watch it.
Maybe like warm yourself up to a scary movie and then watch Candyman. Because Candyman.
So you just trying to creep me out for the whole night? You said warm myself up. You didn't watch enough.
yeah, maybe
scary
try
movie.
like
You know
like
what?
Scary
watch,
movie.
Watch scary. Yeah, exactly.
Just-
That's what I
just
said.
to, like-
Watch scary movie.
'Cause
Like
it's
the
got
funny,
jump
the comedy,
scares.
the
It's
comedy
got
one.
jump
I know exactly. That's
Exactly,
what
the
I'm saying.
Wayans one. So watch the Wayans one, and then be like, "All right, cool. This ain't nothing." And then go into Candyman. You know,
Shout
we go
out
from
to
black
them.
people.
I like
we go
them.
from black people comedy to black people trouble.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it eventually.
Go ahead.
it's good.
But no,
Cinematography-wise?
other than Candyman, what would you put out there? Okay.
Damn, that's
Because
a
I
hard one.
got
Because I like so many
Kurosawa.
films.
I got Kurosawa.
What's
Akira
your-
that is?
Kurosawa.
I've
I
never
don't
You know
know.
the Japanese director from the golden age of film back in the I think
Oh,
the 60s,
I've
and he
seen
was doing the Shakespearean.
You got
He was
me.
telling Shakespeare's stories, but in feudal Japan, and the cinematography in those is just rich. The movement is just beautiful. The smoke of the guy that directed Seven Samurai. The original
you
Seven
gotta put me on
Samurai.
because this is like
Yeah,
a
I'm
whole
just
world
in here.
of foreign
No.
films that I have not like tapped into.
Yes, I love
I know they
I
are,
love
like,
Japanese culture, so
they got
that's
their own
my
wave
that's
for
my
sure.
bread and butter.
Mhm.
But yeah, we can definitely
My dad watches a lot of.
we definitely got
movies
to
like that.
cover Japanese cinematography.
Like the only stuff I've seen was I guess was like anime or like animated films, which is like by like Miyazaki. Like that stuff I've like seen.
some of your work reminds me of Kurosawa, like the colors, the richness of these colors.
good.
So I need you to take a look at
Put
like
us on.
Okay.
like Ron.
Okay.
Put us on.
So
Put me
take
on.
a look at Ron, because when you get to I think it's Ron. When you get to the reds in that movie, you're going to literally be like, oh my gosh, I see this in my work, and it's probably going to take you down like this.
See,
this
that's why I look at
that'll
movies
just-
before. I guess that could be a ritual. Maybe I'll look at a movie and say, "Oh, I like the way that movie looked."
Oh yeah.
Next time I take pictures, I want it to kind of look like that movie.
Oh yeah.
That could be a ritual or something like that.
I've heard of like people like taking it like very seriously, having rituals. I know this guy back in San Diego. He owns or runs this nonprofit called San Diego Cinepino Cinema. No, San Diego Filipino Cinema.
Okay.
And he would watch. He says he tries to watch one film every day, and I'm like, wow,
I wanted
like,
to get there. I tried to
See,
get there.
That's
During quarantine, I could do that, but it's like as much as I love movies, quarantine kind of messed me up. I watched too much. It was too much.
You know how you can kind of supplement that for yourself. You don't watch a full movie, but the way that I watched Candyman was in broken pieces because I go from school to business to my arts.
Yeah.
And so in order to watch Candyman, I had to watch 15 minutes here, and then I had to watch 30 minutes here, and then the day before the recording, I watched the rest of it. And I'd recommend that for both of you. It's just,
Maybe.
even though it kind of takes you out of the full experience,
Yeah.
but if that's something that if you're really doing it for like an academic study, that's what you do. It's like, all right, you don't have to get the full experience until you actually have a chance to do that. But if you're looking at the cinematography and the imagery, it's easy to look at the imagery in bite-sized pieces throughout the day. Just put 15 minutes in, and then that'll take you like 8 days. Like
I should take that advice.
6 days.
I've
But I'm
been
the-
struggling to watch movies lately.
I'm the type of person to binge watch and like sit and
Right,
watch
right,
stuff,
right.
and I'm
That's
like,
me with
yeah,
TV.
for sure.
I'm
With
like-
TV,
my time
Yeah.
management, like I've definitely improved on my time management. Like I'm almost on time on every like thing that I've got going on. But like, if I sit down for like a few minutes to like, oh, I'm gonna just watch this right quick.
Sitting there all day.
No, that's
all
like
day.
a bad decision I take in like watching stuff, just like sitting down, because it like 5 minutes turns into like 30, and I'm like, oh. No.
I'm more into TV now. Movies, I kind of just.
Have you ever watched Sister Sister?
Of course.
Okay, I had to ask you because
No,
I feel like he wouldn't.
There's so many things that I don't watch.
Oh, I haven't watched it in years though.
Okay, because you haven't watched it recently. I started watching it again last year during the band, and I was like, the blocking, the story structure for this show is actually amazing. And
really? During that time?
Never actually know.
All the sitcoms, they were the black
era
ones. They were
of black television was revolutionary.
Like Girlfriends. Well, Girlfriends might have came out a little later.
I don't think I watched Girlfriends.
You've never seen Girlfriends?
I don't know.
With
I was looking for one.
You're familiar with it though, right?
I was. Oh yeah, I've heard of
Girlfriends. Is
but
with
I
guess you could say Diana Ross' daughter, Tracy Ellis Ross. She's on what's that show? Blackish.
She is
the
on
mom on Blackish.
She got. Yeah. I use her hair care products.
Okay. Yeah. You gotta watch the show. You gotta watch the show.
You know, my idea for this show was what was the hair joke? Pelo grandes. Pelos grandes. Because
you know what? First of all, you don't say pelos. Pelos means
it's pelo.
Hair,
I meant
like
pelo
individual
grande.
hairs. Cabello means like your entire hair.
Well, that's your head. But cabello is your head.
Cabeza is head.
Cabeza is head.
Cabello, that's Spanish. Cabello is like
I'm sitting here
hair.
confused, but okay.
So I'm semi-fluent in Spanish. I think you said, where are you from again?
I'm from San Diego.
He's from San Diego.
Pero soy chicano.
So, but I know my guy speaks Spanish, so I'm sitting here like, all right, because I love learning languages, so I was trying to figure out how we could integrate a little bit of that into the show. But obviously he shot me down because it was a stupid idea. Now back to photography.
It's not a stupid idea.
I'm just like real hard-headed person. I'm like, oh, creative corner. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stick to it. I'm a hard-headed person. That's why I have like kind of like a director kind of vibe for me, but like deep down inside I'm like,
what's y'all signs? I need to know that before we move on.
How are we gonna talk about signs?
Just real quick. We don't have to go into it. I just want to know. I just want to know what's your sign?
I'm just messing.
Guess.
That's what I tell people.
I can't guess. I don't know.
I don't care about this, which is why I make people guess. It's like, look, you don't have to work for that.
Libra. Both of y'all are Libras.
You don't have to work for that information because
both of y'all are Libras. I don't know. Libra.
Oh, good Lord.
I don't know what that means, but I'm a Capricorn.
You're a Capricorn.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
What about you?
That's what I am.
I'm a Sagittarius. My birthday is December 4th.
So your birthday just okay.
My birthday is December 4th.
I'm a Virgo.
I should invite you to my birthday. I got invitations.
Hit me up.
I just need to know that, but we can go.
Okay,
you need a suit.
Link.
You need a suit.
I got one.
You got a suit?
I got a what's it called? The
jacket?
The over.
You need a suit if you were going to attend my birthday party.
Just send me the info later. I'll make sure to check those boxes.
We're gonna get into it. Oh yeah, 21. 21 is going to be very classy.
You're 21?
I'm turning 21. Yeah.
Damn.
I just signed 21.
It's going to be very classy.
I'm probably the oldest one in the room.
You got an RSVP and wear your ball gown or your tux or your suit. So it's gonna be hella fancy.
I'll figure it out.
Hopefully.
Okay. Do your thing.
Anyway, back on you. Or back on cinematography.
Yeah, cinematography. I think we went off on cinematography for a while. Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about
talk about anything?
You know what? Actually, there was a question that was pressing me in the back of my mind earlier that we didn't get to. Because I know we were talking about vision. So what do you envision for your future? Where do you want to get? How much money are you making in the year? What studios do you want to be working? You know, like
as far as photography or as far as
what is your vision for your future?
Vision?
Your future.
Let's see. I want to open a studio, not a movie studio, because I feel like that's too much. There's a such thing as too much for me.
Yeah.
I would rather have like a photography studio that you can come in. Maybe we can shoot music videos at the most, but
like have one
like
set,
a nice studio, not a movie studio. I feel like too much pressure, too much. And you're in control of a lot of things.
Because you need like props, all that stuff. You know that.
And you're responsible for so many people, their jobs, it's a lot. So a movie studio.
You need a whole bunch of lights for a movie studio.
Right. And
I really want to pick your brains about what y'all think about the
as far as
industry.
working for someone, photography, I would like to work for maybe Essence magazine. I like them a lot. And as far as video production, I would say ABC or Live Nation, which we just kind of
we went to the HBCU summit.
Yeah, I like Live
You
Nation.
didn't plan on going to that?
You should have went. Should have came.
I was catching up on homework.
Oh,
Good
man.
choice.
Plus, I thought about it with what I want, my vision for the future, and I was like, you know what? Right now, even if I meet these people, I'm not going to utilize them. There's the networking, I was like, you know what? I can meet them at another time, and if I don't meet them at another time, I'll meet some other people. We can look. This isn't
John Gist. He was like a marketer for BET.
This isn't.
I would like to work for BET too.
We're not talking about me, but I could tell y'all personally, like outside of this, like what's going on and my personal beliefs on how we can network. And
you don't believe in networking?
No, I definitely believe in networking. No, but I was saying I didn't go to this particular event because the projects that I am working on, they bring me to a lot of different things. And so we're not talking about
it's about choosing your opportunities.
So I was like, you know what? I've been slacking on my schoolwork because I've been doing my business. So I was like, all right, I got to miss out on this summit so I can do my schoolwork and then I'll get back into
There's always more.
You see what I'm saying?
That schoolwork.
I've been slacking.
It can get distracting, like when you're so busy trying to do the creative stuff that you.
Yeah,
I do my work. Don't get me wrong, I do my work. Now, am I in class every day? I can't really speak for that. It's debatable, but I try my best. You know, it's kind of hard.
Let's continue with your vision for the future because you landed like who you want to work with, video.
I have my own production company. I should have worn my hoodie. It's called Sapphire Gems.
You do? I've seen that.
Yeah, it's called Sapphire Gems. I put the watermark on all my pictures, and when I do music videos, that's mostly the like production stuff I do. I do music videos. Okay. I put it at the end of every video or at the beginning of every video. Like a little clip. So as far as that,
you gonna make a movie?
Of course, movie, TV, everything. I want that to be just everywhere. You know how when you watch a movie at the beginning, all those production companies pop up at the beginning? I want that to be, you know.
You're going to have your own.
I want to see it everywhere.
Your 5 seconds of fame right there.
Everywhere. And then eventually people are going to be like, what is that? It's popping up everywhere. They're going to look it up. They're going to see all that good stuff.
They be getting so intricate too. Like, you be thinking about, what is that? And you think it's like a whole universe.
It's like, oh my God, it's in front of every movie. What is that? Who is that?
The one that tripped me out the most was Bad Robot.
I think
they have like a thing at the beginning. They, you know,
James,
how they play that?
Oh, some of them are real
company,
really,
or like Bloomhouse, with like the corner in the corner of a wall. And you're like, yo, that looks creepy. What's going on?
They really do their thing.
They like set up a vibe in like
simple.
3 seconds.
Mine is very simple. So yeah,
but see, and that can change over time. You know,
I'm glad.
I said that can change over time, right?
It can.
It just fits with whatever you're doing.
But for the most part, that's all I can really think of right now.
I think that's amazing words. I'm glad we had the chance to invite you today.
Let's get your social media. Can you say how people can actually follow you, reach you? Like, what's the best place for us to get you?
Social media is Halle the Great, Halle. That is how you spell Halle. My name is not Holly or Hale. People call me all type of names. It's Halle.
Get it right.
The Great.
THE
Great. That's on Instagram, Twitter. TikTok, I don't really post on TikTok.
You got a website?
I still haven't downloaded.
I do have a website, but it's not finished.
I got you.
But when it's finished, it will be called SapphireGemsProductions.com.
Oh,
go hard in the paint then.
Yeah. I should have worn my hoodie. Should have worn my hoodie.
Yeah, but you still look fly.
It's cool. You know,
so we all cool.
I look presentable.
Exactamente.
I like the necklace.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
That wraps it up for this episode. Hopefully we can we're still deciding if we're still working with the Panther right now, if it's gonna be put out like episodically, like a few days or weeks after it comes out, or however it goes, we might just have to do it ourselves and put it somewhere else. But in the meantime, thank y'all for watching.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Yeah, this is our first recorded episode, so appreciate y'all for watching. For real. We're going to make sure we come out with more stuff. And we talked to E earlier. Definitely got to collaborate with you to put together, some more promotional content for the show, some more branded content. Yeah. Build this up a little bit, and we can support more artists in the community.
Thank you for watching. My name is Chris.
My name is Wolf.
And this is the Creative Podcast. Not the Creative Podcast, the Creative Corner Podcast.
The Creative Corner Podcast.
Thank you.
We go hard.